Third down and 20.
This is a really, really fun game.
Yeah, this is funky.
I like this one a lot, right? So the first thing I want to see is the Bengals defense. And more specifically, their pass rush. And it also kind of works hand in hand because, like, what are we going to get from the Vikings offensive line here? A group that they have been sneakily investing a decent amount into. A lot of day one and day two draft capital into that offensive line. But the Bengals pulled out the pocketbook this season, right? They brought in that pass rusher, Henriksen or whatever his name is from the Saints. And I thought he was pretty good, but you paid him to be a number one. You're easy to look good against, aside of Cam Jordan with that secondary. Paid him cash. You paid him to be a number one. Is he a number one? You bring in guys like Chidobe Awuzie and Mike Hilton in the secondary. Is your secondary just – I mean, I don't think that it was bad necessarily last year. It's just I'm not going to come out here and say that they were like anything above average. Like, are we going to see improvement at least? So big concern for me, Bengals defense. Because if that's the whole Bengals season right there. I don't care what people want to say about Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and their offense. If their defense is below average, they're fucked. And this is the Vikings offense. I call them the Tennessee Titans of the NFC, right? They're nasty, and no one gives them that top tier credit.
Yeah, my question, stay on the defensive front is the Vikings defense. Are we going to see a defense that bad again under Zimmer?
Yeah, true.
And again, they drafted so many young defensive players to where, you're kind of hoping a couple pan out now. The thing is, when you look at the Bengals offense, they got so much talent in these receivers and Joe Burrow, of course, that it's going to be like, when you have to go up against Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and all this, I'm ready to see if the Vikings defense last year, was it just a fluke, like we were young, like it took us a while to figure it out, or are we just still bad?
Yeah.
I'm going to bet that they're not that bad again under Zimmer, especially just because of his track record. But I think this would be a good early tell sign of what kind of defense you're going to get from the Vikings this year.
So yeah, that kind of leeways into my big question as well for the Vikings is like, your strategy has kind of been, hey, let's trade down, let's just stack talent, let's just talent everywhere, let's just throw darts at the draft board. I think it's I like the strategy, right? You just bring in a crap ton of players.
Yeah.
Are we going to see that now? Are we going to see the depth pan out? Are we going to see this Vikings team have almost kind of like what the Cowboys had in like 2016, where it's like, okay, they didn't necessarily have like the star at pass rusher. I mean, they had that what's their star pass rusher's name?
No, I can't.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah,
they had DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm pretty sure at the time was like the young guy, but he wasn't like established. But they had like a squad of like 6 pass rushers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that from the Vikings, where you kind of go from, it's inconsistent youth play to, okay, now we have a bunch of guys up front that can all play, and we're giving them a nice rotation. They're all fresh. You have good linebackers. And then obviously at corner, right? Corner's been kind of a problem spot for you. You bring in Patrick Peterson. Can Patrick Peterson be that number one, right? Especially against the Bengals. You got a lot of receivers that you're going to have to go up against. So that's a really fun game. I'm definitely going to be tuning into that one.